In this video, I ask higher wisdom, why do I feel tired all the time? I asked on 2 different days, and they gave interesting answers on both days. Toward the end, they addressed those of you looking for physical reasons for your tiredness. I'm Miachel. Welcome to Sprinkled with Love and Wisdom, where I read my channeled messages while I create something sweet. I am very new to cake decorating. I've only decorated 2, ever. And in this video, I try to do a knitted pattern with buttercream. And if there are any knitters out there, this is gonna hurt your eyes, probably. There's nothing symmetrical or consistent about my pattern at all, but it was fun. It was very challenging because I may have mentioned before that I have a titanium plate in my wrist. I don't know if you can see the scars there. I can't even turn my wrist to show you that. And I have all sorts of hardware in this elbow that goes all the way up here. And so turning the cake with the camera in the way was quite a challenge. I think this is still more interesting than watching me read, but I'm not entirely sure.
Channeled message. Question. It seems like a lot of people are wondering why they feel tired all the time. Do you have any insights? Answer. There are various reasons, of course, because people are so different, but let us cover a few. 1, people are uninspired, and this is mainly because they don't listen to their intuition, and they make their choices for all the wrong reasons. This starts at a very young age, of course, but let us start with when they can start making decisions for themselves. For example, you go to college to be an engineer, not because you have a passion for engineering, but because it is a respectable title that pays well. You become a nurse for the same reasons. However, engineering and nursing are not your passions. They are not what you are innately good at. You are good with animals and children. You have a knack for languages. These are examples, of course. People don't pay attention to their interests and strengths, for one, and they don't try to incorporate those into their livelihood. This is how it is supposed to go. If everyone followed their passions, their hearts, and they found livelihood around those interests, they would be excited to get up and start the day. They would have energy to go to work through meal times and long hours, not because that is a punishment, but because they are so interested and enthusiastic about what they are doing. If everyone listened to themselves and followed their own nudgings and interests, they would find jobs and careers they were interested in, and they would be more excited about the hours they have to spend making a living. People are also tired because they aren't present. They have allowed their ego minds to be tyrants. They never stop thinking, which can cause anxiety and unease. People don't even realize they can stop thinking, and that it is actually healthy and how it is supposed to be. Your thoughts are tools. You should use your thoughts as often as you use other tools. We say this all the time, and it bears repeating. As often as you use a fork or a doorknob or a hammer is as often as you should think a thought. Thoughts are tools. When you turn off your thoughts, you can feel the beauty, love, and perfection you are submerged in. Most people can't even fathom this. They can't fathom that if they turn off their thoughts, they could feel the perfection of the current moment. There is a force that causes the seeds to sprout, the leaves to fall, the planets to orbit. That force is actually loving and benevolent. You could feel that if you weren't busying your minds, generally with a lot of noise. Your constant thoughts keep your vibration low. If you were thinking about things that brought you joy, that may be different. But most of the time, you are thinking about things that you don't like, you don't want to happen, you have to do, or just nonsense altogether. This brings down your vibration. People get high with outside sources trying to resolve this problem. They ingest substances that slow their thoughts, which raises their vibration, and they feel more of the magic of the present moment. Unfortunately, substances have side effects. You could get the same high by turning off your thoughts. This is why people who meditate often know it is a high. It is a natural high, and it can take you much higher than substance highs without the side effects. Those are a couple reasons why people feel tired all the time. Let us talk about solutions. First and foremost, listen to yourself. You know what you like and what you don't like. Follow your joy. Follow what you are curious about. Follow what interests you. Spend your time and energy on the things you would do for free just because you love it. The world would run so much more smoothly if everyone did this. Some people should be nurses because they genuinely love helping people who are ill. Some people love to organize. Some people love to be outside while others prefer to be at their computer. For every subject imaginable, there are people who love it and people who hate it. If everyone aligned with what they loved and didn't adopt something they hate as their employment, life would be better for all. Follow your joy, follow your gut, follow your heart. Let the universe figure out how you get paid for your interests. Next, adopt a daily practice to slow your thoughts. We say this all of the time, and we will continue to say it. Some of you want a different word than meditate because you have attached stigmas to it. We are going to use that word for the ease of it. By meditation, we mean the practice of slowing your thoughts and disassociation with your physical senses for a period of time. This practice is more important than all of your other practices. It is more important than going to work, studying, reading, sleeping, eating. Yep, we are saying it. It is that important. You would all be healthier, happier, wiser individuals for many reasons if you adopted a practice of slowing your thoughts and disassociating from your bodies. There is magic around you. There is love in the air. There is beauty in front of you. You are tired because you are not in the practice of feeling this. You have allowed your loud egos to take up all your waking hours. Quiet them down so you can feel a higher vibration. Quiet them down so you can feel uplifted in the miracle of the present moment. And follow your joy. We love you. Question: can we talk more about why some people feel tired all the time? Answer: yes. For those of you wondering if there is a physical cause for your tiredness, we would like you to understand that you are looking at it flipped upside down. You are looking for the physical causes for your tiredness when you need to be looking at emotional causes or thought processes or belief systems that are being reflected in your physical vessel. Physical problems aren't random, accidental, or coincidental. You have created your physical experience, all aspects of it. We know this is hard for many of you to hear and to understand. It is unfortunate you aren't taught this as a young person. It should be common knowledge. But trust us when we say that your physical vessel is a direct reflection of your thoughts, words, beliefs, and life plans. We say often that if you have a physical quote-unquote deformity, or you are born with physical challenges, these are life paths you have chosen for yourselves and for those who love you. We are not speaking about this right now. We are talking about when you have a fully functioning physical body and you fed it a lot of negative thoughts and beliefs. You didn't love it or appreciate it. You don't love or appreciate the gift of life. And that is the extreme of it. Maybe you just busy yourself too much. You fill your time with things you think you have to do rather than the things you would love to do. You worry, you stress, you don't listen to your intuition. We are not meaning to make you feel bad. We are hoping you will start to pay attention to what you think about, what you talk about, and what you believe. We want you to make the choice to lower your stress, follow your joy, enjoy the moment. We want you to love yourselves more. 9 times out of 10, your attitude about your life, other people, your responsibilities, your relationships, your job. Your attitude about these things is what's making you tired all the time. How do you know if you are guilty of this? Are you tired all the time? And yes, there may be a physical reason, but again, the physical reason developed because you created that. This is hard to believe if you have never been taught this. But the great news is, once you know, now you can create differently. You can start paying attention to what you think about, what you talk about, what you listen to, what you watch on TV. What are your conversations about? Make sure these things are uplifting and make you feel good. You have been given free will. You have the freedom to choose what you allow in your head. Pay attention and choose better. It may take a while to change these mental habits. Be gentle with yourself as you learn. Pay attention to what you like and what inspires you. Put your energy towards that. Figure out what would really make you happy and move towards that. You are creating right now, whether you believe it or not. Whether you accept the idea or not, it is happening. So pay attention to what you are creating. It is all in your head, and you can't lie to yourself about what is inside of you. The universe doesn't speak your language, it speaks your feelings. So you can't say you are really nice and loving and kind, but be honking your horn at the idiot driving in front of you. Really, pay attention to how you're feeling, who you are being. You are such incredibly creative beings. It is wondrous how perfectly the universe delivers to you what you create. You just haven't been paying close enough attention to what you allow yourselves to feel all the time. And the mainstream is probably going to feed you negativity, so you have to be aware not to accept that. Choose today to start paying attention. Choose how you want to feel and force a feeling of that. Soon you won't have to force the feeling. That will be who you've become. And then you won't be tired. You will be enthusiastic about your gift of life.